Hello, I'm Dr. Heather Rose Carlson. Up in Duluth, Minnesota. I'm a clinical psychologist and I work with first responders.
I'm Scott Marks. I've been a police officer for the last 23 years in Minnesota. I also happen to be a licensed therapist working with public safety professionals.
PTSD is a constellation of symptoms following a serious traumatic event, and it can be treated like an injury.
Things that can trigger folks in having that injury isn't always a really big incident that we might see in the newspapers. It can be just these small ones that add up over time. And it really is an injury. Much like a broken arm, we may need some help to help that heal.
So following a critical incident or traumatic event, it's absolutely normal to have a bunch of different kinds of symptoms because your body is reacting to, an out of the norm situation. And if those symptoms don't really abate by themselves after about 4 to 6 weeks, then we start looking at more of needing to have a treatment.
PTSD is treatable. There's many therapies out there that help to resolve some of the stresses that people face as a result of the experiences that they've had. It can be anything from accelerated resolution therapy to EMDR, and sometimes even just talk therapy helps with a lot of folks.
It's important to stay connected with your work environment while you are going through treatment to make sure you still have your purpose, you are staying connected to the work that you do and the people that support you.
Employees can't keep working while they're being treated for PTSD, and it depends on the person. So a lot of people find it very comforting to have something stable in their life, and work life is oftentimes one of the most stable things that people have. Other folks are not as comfortable with it because they could be re-exposed to traumatic incidences and experiences that may trigger some of the reactions that they have with PTSD. So it really depends on the person, but that's one of those things that they can work on to develop their comfortability in returning back to work as well.
A work environment that's supportive is so essential because typically there's 2 levels of trauma. The first level is the event and then the body and mind's response to it. And the second one is, are the people around me validating and supporting what happened to me? So if you have people that are invalidating and unsupportive of what you're going through, it will make things much more difficult to work through and recover from.
Feeling supported by their police department or fire department is very healthy for them, and it feels good. They're still a valuable employee, and I think that's the piece that people that I've seen want to still offer. They have those skills to offer. They have that knowledge to offer still, and they don't want to feel shut out. With proper treatment and care and support from family members and work, we see success. We see a lot of success with clients with PTSD.